Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. I'm here with Dan, the Outlaw Hardy. We're here at the Fan Expo. I want to know first and foremost, what's the first question or the first thing people say to you when they see you?
When are you fighting again? Every time.
And when are you? You're scheduled to fight in October, is that right?
I'm not sure yet. I've heard rumours, but nothing's confirmed yet. I've just heard that Chris Lytle's confirmed that he'll fight me, so I'm hoping that's my next opponent.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hot. I mean, I also figure that people must come up to you and be like, dude, remember that time when you were fighting so-and-so? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah. The GSP fight normally. How did I not tap to the armbar? That's the second question normally.
And I've even asked you that in the past, and I'm still curious how you didn't.
I'm just stubbornness. That's always my answer. I'm just stubborn.
Very nice. Is there anybody here that you particularly want to see yourself? I mean, I know you get to hang out with the guys a lot of the time, but anybody here that you're sort of like, hey, that's pretty cool, he's here too?
Well, I just met Gary Goodridge. Yeah. That was cool. I mean, I was watching him when I was at the gym training and wishing I was doing what he was doing. That was kind of cool, you know. And I'm walking along, I've got security around me, and he's just standing there. It was kind of weird, but he's awesome. Any of those old school guys, I just like meeting them. Jens Pulver's, I'm a huge fan of his still.
Little Evil, that's awesome. Well, let's do. It's funny. We were at the press conference before, and H.E.A.T is there, and it's neat because a lot of people recognize who he is and know what he did, for the UFC and stuff. But then there's some other people like, who's that? You're like, it's H.E.A.T Gracie, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's the old school guys who've got to educate the new guys. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be letting know, pointing out the old school fighters, the guys that put the work in the first place and got us where we're at now.
So I've been doing a lot of stuff with Round 5 over the last couple of days, and I saw your new figure. Dude, that is killer. What do you think of that?
It's crazy. Yeah. I never thought I'd have a figurine of myself. I never thought I'd be in a video game either, but every day's a new surprise.
But they did a couple of versions, right? There's one where you have the bandana, and I mean, it is cool. So what was that whole process like for you?
It was weird. I mean, they showed me a couple of photographs of like the prototype and asked my opinions on it, and I gave them a few tips, and they corrected a couple of things, and I think it looks great. I think it looks really good. I can't wait to see one in real life. It
looks really, really cool, man. And so are you good at video games? We were actually talking to GSP, and he was saying that he sucks at video games. Like, that's the one thing he totally sucks at in this world.
No, I'm absolutely useless at them. I even hold the controller the wrong way around sometimes. I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's pretty funny, actually, though. I want to talk to you, last question, about your fan base. You've got the Outlaw Army. It's growing every day. You do a lot with them, I know, on Twitter, and you just sort of have a really sort of solid relationship with your fans. If you could just talk about that for a second.
Well, I don't see myself as any different to them. I think that's the thing. I mean, just because I'm the one in the octagon, it doesn't mean that they're not in there with me. Everybody that supports me is in there with me, and I have a great following on Twitter, and I just like talking to the fans. I like and we talk about a lot of stuff, not just MMA based stuff. I mean, we talk music, and I've just been traveling across the US, and they're asking me questions. I had fans coming to meet me at different places where I was stopping, so it's great. I mean, Twitter's my new favorite thing.
I lied. Last question. This really is because you did bring it up with music. I know you have been tweeting a lot about music. So what have you been listening to lately? What's turning you on?
I keep switching it up. It depends what mood I'm in. If I'm on the way to training, I'm listening to Meshuggah or Blood Red Throne, Himsa, heavy bands that get me in the mood for training. And then after, I don't know, I'm on a bit of a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young kick at the moment. Yeah, I know.
Sweet Judy Blue Eyes?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I don't know, I keep switching it up. Arlo Guthrie as well, I've just started listening to him a little bit, yeah.
Well, you traveled through the South and stuff. You got in touch with American roots music, huh?
I did. I actually stopped in Okima to see Woody Guthrie's grave as well. I pay my respects.
Very nice. Well, Dan, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm glad you're having fun here, and continued success to you. You're great.
Thank you.
Yeah, did you go